See, what we got? Okay, let's see. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Karate Salabraim, coming to you from the Brooklyn Gate of HODC. All praises to the Most High, the God of gods. Here on this Sabbath day, another Sabbath for you to partake in this day. And we would like to talk to you about, because there's a lot of discrepancy and a lot of people not understanding who actually Esau is. So we talking about brothers, card carrying, fringe wearing brothers and sisters, saying Esau's not the white man. So I just want to go a little further. But first, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read myself. I'm gonna read Torah portion on Ten Commandments. La Torah, the Lord. So first, I'm going to read it in English. It's Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 1. Thou shalt have no other powers or gods before me. Thou shalt not make to you images, nor serve them. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High Yahweh in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not murder, not kill. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not answer falsely. Thou shalt not covet anything that is thy neighbor's. Okay, that's the end of the Torah portion. So now we go into Zechariah. Go into Job 9 and 24.
Now, book of Job, chapter 9, King James Version of the Bible. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where? And who is he?
So that's letting you know. That's letting you know that the earth is given into the wicked. Now, we know who the wicked is. And even if you don't want to flesh it, let's go here for a minute. I'm gonna go show you this book. If you see this book is called the Roman Empire, the Empire of the Edomite. That book is showing you that Esau is the white man. There's nobody like him. It's showing you, and I want to read a passage out there real quick, Ben. I want to read this passage to let you know, because nobody knows better all the captivity of the Israelites than the Israelites. Now I'm gonna go to this real quick. It's in this titled book. It said Daniel saw a vision. Now we know Daniel saw a vision. He broke it down to Nebuchadnezzar, but he also broke this down to King Belshazzar, or Nebuchadnezzar, who is his son. That was Nebuchadnezzar's son who took over. So this is what he told Daniel. The three first beasts, or the empire of the Babylonians. We know the Babylonians today were Nebuchadnezzar. Now Nebuchadnezzar was taken down by who? We just talked about him on Purim. Xerxes and the Persians took the Babylonians down. So we translated over there to the Persian Empire, which is Iran now. And the Macedonians, who are actually the Greeks, they're the upstart Greeks. Philip was a Macedonian. Philip took down the black Greeks, and then Alexander succeeded him. And that's how they became the Greeks. A lot of people thought the Greeks were white folks, but that's not the case. The Greeks were the Spartans and the other brothers and sisters that were there before Alexander took them down. Now, moving forward, the Greeks came, and it says the three first beasts, all the empire of the Babylonians, the Persians, and the Macedonians, having successful passed away. So they were done with. The fourth beast, or kingdom of the prophecy, stood, revealed in the iron domination of the Romans. So now we're still in Roman rule. Trump's a Roman, like I said. Biden's a Roman, like I said. All these people that calling themselves Romans, they are the children of the Edomites. And to the conquest inquiry, whence came the Romans? That people have insisted on relying in the words of their great poet, Ab Oris Troje, Genus Unde Latimum, Albanque Patres, Atque Alte Monia Roman, which means the Romans. So, moving forward, we know who they are. So let's go real quick to show you who the Edomites are. Go to Obadiah, and then we're going to continue. I just want to go to Obadiah, because Obadiah tells you, if you look at all of the Edomite so-called white men, if you look at all of their flags, all of their symbols is what? We're gonna show you. So that maybe, I'm sure there'll always still be unrest, or he's not the Edomite, the white man's not the Edomite, or he's not Edom because he was Jacob's brother, he slept with Canaanite women. The complexion of you don't make the complexion that the Most High wants. Whatever the Most High does is what the Most High does. So, you go to Obadiah, and Obadiah finishes it up. Let me see. Where we at with Obadiah? Let's go. So come on, restart with 1.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Most High, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Most High, and ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Okay, that's one of our people up in the neck of Edom. Continue.
Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
So that didn't happen yet, but it's going to happen. Now go down to 3.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
He's trying. Remember, the scripture said he's trying to be as the Most High. It's not Satan that tried to be as the Most High, that put his nest among the stars. Come on, read.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts.
We see skyscrapers all over the place. These are clefts. Concrete is like made out of rock, so to speak. But what happens? They really came out of caves. When he finished this, we're gonna go to Job. I think it's 30:5, where they was chased from among men. Come on.
Whose habitation is high.
They like skyscrapers, living on the 80th, 30th, 40th, 50th floor. Come on.
That said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Now Satan never said that, but Esau said this. Esau the triple F's in Israel, the Italians, the Spaniards, the French, the English, and the Americans. All of them are Romans from the Roman Empire, descendants of Rome. Like we're descendants of the children of Israel, they're descendants from the children of Edom. Let's go.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though you say that again, because that's what we're talking about. It's synonymous with Edomites, the bald eagle. In Russia, they have 2 eagles. A lot of them have eagles for their favorite bird, and most of them will still have the red, white, and blue somewhere in their flags. I think the only one that's different that don't have that type would be the Germans. I think the Germans is black. They got their flag is, it has colors, but it's also, I think it's black and yellow. Not sure, but all of them exalt that eagle. They have eagles everywhere in their country, in their properties or holdings. Come on.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the
Now we
stars,
talking about satellites and all these things that they have out there in the stars. So they say now. So they say, because found out that all that fiber optic that they communicate with internationally is really at the bottom of the ocean. But go ahead.
thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord Most
So the
High.
Most High said he's going to bring it down. You think all of these the reporters, I mean probably more. The reporters said for this particular conflict or war that they calling a conflict, they said that's they're wasting $91 billion a day. 91 billion. They've been going on for 2 weeks. So that's madness. I drop that. Go to Job 30. I think that's what it is. Job. Job 30. Let me see where we at. Job 30. Is it 30 or 30? Where's it? Okay, yeah, go to, okay, we're going to see, well, as they were eating in the caves in Job's time, start from 3.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 3. For want and famine,
This is what they wanted. They were pillaging people. They were ruthless. Even at that time, they were vile. Esau's children, his children now. Okay, the Edomites. Come on.
for want and famine, they were solitary.
They were by themselves and alone because they were There was a famine going through them, and they was living. Go ahead.
Fleeing into the wilderness in former times,
A long time ago, they was fleeing into the wilderness. Come on,
desolate and waste.
let's go.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes?
They cut up the fruit of these bushes, and at one time I think the juniper root is not really good for consumption. But come on,
And juniper roots for their meat.
that's what they ate. They were like cave people in caves. Come on,
They were driven forth from among men.
they were what?
They were driven forth from among men.
They were like outcasts. Like who? Like Cain. Cain was driven away from men after he killed Seth, his brother. Now, after he killed Abel, his brother. Read that again, because this is the spirit of Cain, the murderous, vile spirit of Cain, the so-called white man. This is not me passing judgment. This is this is us linking the scriptures up. The Most High blessed us, and a lot of the other elders ahead of us to bless us to break this down. We come back and forth through here. Now, the whole nation of Esau are the children of Cain. Let's go, because remember the Most High said, if you would have did right, wouldn't you have been accepted? He said, so now everything that you do, you're giving yourself over to Satan. Most High said you would do his bidding because he's right at your door. So now going through time, he had babies. We came through the royal line of Seth, Most High blessed, and what happened? He went over to let's say another land with children, and they became murderers and killers all the way up, like we say, to this day. So now read 5.
They were driven forth among men.
They was chased out, driven forth. They were chased out like Cain was chased out. Come on.
They cried after them as after a thief.
They cried after them, making, they're a vagabond still. Their home is Mount Seir, but they do not rest. They are trying to make their home even with their delegates in Iran, in Africa. They don't rest. They are the destroyer of all things good. Come on, read verse 6.
They dwell in the cliffs of the valleys.
They dwell in the cliffs of the valleys. These are mountains in caves. These skyscrapers today are like caves to them. They go up high. This is their nature. You can't make this up. Read 5 again and go to 6.
Then the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Pardon me, Job, chapter 30, verse 5. They were driven forth from among men.
They were kicked out.
They cried after them as a thief.
They hollered and screamed and called them names.
To dwell in the cliffs
To dwell where?
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
They were in the rocks. A cave is a rock with a hole in it. And they lived there desolate, and they were angry. They were waiting for a time. Read verse 7.
Among the bushes they bewrayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools.
They were children of fools. And guess what? Till this day, to think that they could exalt themselves among the Most High. Come on.
They were children of fools, yea. Children of base men.
Children of low men. These men are low. If you want to talk about what they've been doing with the files, I'm just going to say files because I don't want to get shut down. If you see what they're doing, that is vile. People, that is vile. It's despicable what they do, and mostly they're doing it to the children of the Most High. They dealing with the immigrants and all of these young children. I'm not saying 100%, but the majority of these children are children of the Most High. They're Israelite children. That they're sexing, they're making them fearful and taking their blood, what's called adrenochrome. When your adrenaline is pumped, they get your blood. They do all kind of things to the children. They the ones that they save, they chop them up, eat them, sell them abroad, and when they take the meat off of their bones, they use their bones and crush their bones and make diamonds out of them. That's what they do to our children's bones. Read.
Verse 9.
Still verse 8. No, we don't got to go to 9.
Go back, okay.
Let's read 8.
Verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
They were viler than the earth. That's disgusting. And you know, it said they were children of fools. Their father was a fool. Esau was a fool. He gave up his birthright for bloody meat. And they still, see, when they say vampires, they show you movies. A vampire is just a person that sucks blood. That's what they do. Adrenochrome. They drink blood like they drink wine. They eat flesh, bloody flesh. Read that last precept again. They what? The last precept, not the whole scripture.
They were viler than the earth.
That's right. So this is not Esau? Go ahead, Zach. What you
now,
got?
So add on to that. You see how when it said when they bewrayed under the nettles, they couldn't even speak. They showed the TV on kids.
Now, let's not go there because Esau is a fool. He knew how to speak. He spoke to each other. They were like cave. If they didn't speak, they communicated one to another. How you think on earth that they took us down? They had to have some communication, right?
Let me ask you a question. You know when they said what was that? They were driven forth from among men.
Chase them out.
They were driven from among righteous men. Right?
I don't know if all of them were righteous, but they were vile. So they were more
civilized.
They were more vile. They had no civilization because they lived among themselves, and they were killers. They were killers. They were the first killers of the Adamites. Okay. Okay. Now we start. My class is, how do we know Esau took records? Go to Jeremiah 2:11. Every nation took records. Every nation know who we are. Guess why? Every nation had us in captivity. Every last one of them. Some said good things, some said bad things, but they know who the Most High's real chosen people are. How you think through that Balfour Covenant, they took up They took up our nationality and took it away from us. Come on, read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 2.
This is
verse
one of my
7.
favorites.
Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which is dark, with that. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are not yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
So see, they know all of these things. They know that. That's how they was able to usurp us. And the Most High said he was going to give somebody else for a period of time. So this is the period of time that we're in right now that we seem to be blamed for everything. But don't blame I'm just breaking out with what's up with the white man. I'm not making it appear that we say he's bad. The scriptures say he's bad. But everything, it counts on what we did to the Most High. The Most High set the Most High set the bull loose on us. You know, like if this was a rodeo, the Most High opened the gate for this beast to come after us because of us. Now drop that. I'm having trouble with this today. Now drop that and go to 1 Maccabees in the Apocrypha. 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. This is one scripture that lets you know that he knows us because, and lets you know he has our records because look, watch what he did. 1 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48. Well, no. Go to 1 and 1, so we'll see who we dealing with. It showed you in who are the Edomites or the Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomites. It showed you who it represented, right? So before we go here, we're going to show you who did that. Go to 1 and 1.
That book of 1 Maccabees, book of Apocrypha, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip,
the Macedonians are in charge now. The scripture told you we went all the way as far as the Romans, but let's just talk about the Greeks, because the Greeks is the first in power. The Macedonians are the first in power of the Edomites. They're the first in actual true power. Talking about the 3rd century BCE, before the Common Era. Come on.
Who came out of the land of Chedem and smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
So he came out of the land of Chedem. They weren't Chedemites. They took them down. And that's how they got control. This is where people get lost at, not understanding that, no, they're calling them like Chedemites, which is not true. They took those kings down. They still Macedonians at this point. And then once they took the Greeks down, that were the black people, the Spartans and Trojans, and then once they lost battle, they usurped their culture. Same way the Triple Fs has asserted our culture, calling themselves Jewish, right? They call themselves Muslims. These corner store jockeys, the Yemenites and all of these other so-called, well, I say so-called Yemenites, because we're from Yemen. Yemen belongs to us, Palestine belongs to us. These are Edomite people that took over our land. They became Muslims because Suleiman II was an Ottoman Turk. So when Farad Muhammad came through and taught Elijah Muhammad, he taught him Islam. He taught them their version of Islam. Because I don't know, Ben, just real quick, it's just a trivia question almost. Because coming up under Abraham, his father, did you think Ishmael would have went on and ate Would they eat shrimps and lobsters and things of that nature?
I don't think so.
Me either. So that's why I'm saying this was another introduction that the Ottoman Turks put into Islam. So all of our brothers and sisters, including Farrakhan, that's teaching Islam to the masses, learned it from Greek people, Ottoman Turk people, because Suleiman, 16th century AD, Suleiman took down the true Ishmaelites. And then he put the Ottoman Turk banner under Islam. So they took over Islam, and in 740 AD, they took over Israel, that at least being Jewish. And then when you go here to, I'm gonna say 1917, they were gaining traction. They were gaining traction on our faith, not our religion, because we don't have a religion. This is our culture and our faith. The Balfour Agreement, unlawfully entry of the Jewish Amalekites. 1917 is Arthur Balfour. That's when it was put in play. And it was actually what it is. Actually 78 years old right now. They've been in the state, not the country. They've been in the state of Israel for 78 years. You can look that up, Psalms 101, Revelation 19:10, and Acts 17:11. That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's how they became Jewish. And they had the whole world behind them. Knowing who we are, because the so-called Jewish Amalekite or Amalek or Khazarian Ottoman Turk, because they're Turkish people, they're the ones that financed the slave trade with all kind of names, and one of them was the good ship Jesus. But anyway, read verse 1 again. I'm sorry, I went off a little bit, but at least I was still there.
In the book of Apocrypha, First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened, after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chedum, and smitten Darius, king of the Persians,
Came in between the Persians, come on.
and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
The first so-called king over Greece. Guess what? When he took down Darius or Darius, when he took him down, we translated from captivity of the Persians or the Iranians into modern day Greece, which is still called Greece. So that's how we came under their rule. Now, you know they snatched our records. They took the Egyptian records. Why do you think there's a place in Egypt called Alexandria? From Alexander the Greek. He wasn't great, he was a Greek. Now let's go to 3, third chapter.
In the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 3. And went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations.
That's what Alexander did. Come on.
And so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Earth was quiet before them. Now let's see where. Let's go. That's good, and I wanted you to know that. But then, I think it's 56. I should have had it. No. Ben, real quick. I thought it was. Wait. 3 and 48. 3 in the 50s, right?
You looking for?
Oh yeah, there you go. 3 and I said 3 and 48. You didn't even read what I asked you to read.
No, we're going to read it. You said go first, you said go to 1 first. Now go to 48.
I never said go to 1, but go ahead. Go to 48. It's all good. That's what he did.
348?
Yeah.
We're in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
They did what?
And laid open the book of the law.
They laid open our books. Well, I'll put it this way. They laid open our records. Remember, the name of the title is How Do We Know Esau Took Records? He took records from everybody he conquered. Come on.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So all the pictures you see with white angels, naked white angels with their little hammers out, and naked Shedemite statues with their breasts out and their private parts out, all of these things they made to be angelic and make to turn themselves into being the angels, little baby Edomite angels with wings flying around. There's no angels, baby angels in heaven. There's only spirits in heaven. Now they took the most important thing they took. They painted the likeness of themselves. I didn't let you finish in Job 9 and 24. Job 9:24, it says, the earth is given into the wicked. That covers the faces. This is what they did. They covered our faces. They covered Samson's faces. They covered Judah, David, Solomon, Moses. To their likeness, they covered our faces, and they covered the most important face they covered was Yahushua, Christ, who y'all call Jesus Christ. This is the record showing you that they did it. And they did it, and it became very important in the year 1492, when Caesar Borgias, who is actually a pedophile and a sodomite and an incestuous person, because he had sex with his sister, Lucretia Borgia, he is the one that's the image of the new Christ. If you look it up, you can look it up, Google it, the new Christ, because that's what they was calling him in 1492, because by records, everybody knew Yahushua was a black man. Hebrews 13 and 8 was out, 13 and 8 was out way before 1492. It says Yahushua, Yahushua the same yesterday and today and forever. He's forever a black man. There's no getting around that. Drop that, go to 1 Maccabees, now go to 1 Maccabees 1, 7-9.
Go to the 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years, then he died.
He reigned 12 years, and then some mysterious disease, I guess we could call it something, but I won't say it nowadays, because they were all sodomites, basically. Remember, the Romans and the Greeks only believe in marriage for reproduction. That's all. So everything else is hammer to hammer, or feather to feather, if you know what I'm saying. But continue.
And his servants bear rule, every one in his place.
All of his homeboys, they bear rule. They took his place. They chopped the known world up, or his possessions in his whole, and they chopped it up into 4 pieces. Come on.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
So they all became kings on their own. I'm gonna put a crown on my head like they put fitteds on. Come on.
So did their sons after them many years.
So their sons did that many years. That's it. Now let's drop that. Now let's go to Psalms 50 and 16. They weren't kings in those days, as far as they were just rulers. Now they became kings. They became kings, following who? Following Israel's rule. Because they read our history, so we at that time we weren't having kings. We were relying on the Hasmoneans. The Hasmoneans was the Levite rulers. The Levites became the rulers of Israel. When you get it, read it.
Read up to Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Most High Power said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
So what are you doing with my laws? This is the Most High telling them, unto the wicked. Remember who's the wicked? 9:26. And Job, who set their clefts among the rocks, who said nobody can bring me down. All the other nations, the Most High never called nobody wicked as far as a nation, besides us, for what we did, but talking about the actual one to play the wicked. We weren't put here to play the wicked, but we do have. You didn't read it, but in the Maccabees, eh, among Israel, I found wicked men. Those are our Boule brothers. That's modern day, bring it up to date. The Coonery, those are those brothers. Those are wicked because they have nothing to do with their brothers or their sisters. The corner drug dealer, your pharmacist, that's a brother. All of these are wicked men because we know the word, matter of fact, the word pharmaca is a Greek word and it means house of magic. So they put a little hex on everything they give us. If you don't believe it, anytime you hear another drug commercial that's supposed to help you, find out how many things it do to you while it's helping you. It's helping you so good that after a while, you'll need another medication to counteract with the side effects of that one, and so on until you die. All they're doing is maintaining us to die. Keep you every 30, 60, 90 days going back up to the house of magic for a potion, which is sorcery. Let's go.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Said, why are you even talking about my covenant? So you see, Amalek do have a lot to pay because even though he's going about it on the left-hand side, he's still professing to be the Most High's people, and they're going to pay for that. Not only are they lying and saying who they are, they're also lying with their perception of the Most High laws. Come on, read.
Yeah. Seeing thou hast instruction, seeing thou hatest instruction.
They hate instruction, because even going back again to Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau, same family, Seth's side. Seth is Jacob, and Esau is Cain. Same thing. Even going back, he would not have instruction as Cain. As Esau. Esau didn't care. He knew about his inheritance. He knew about it, but he didn't care. He was just what scriptures say. Esau likes to fill his belly. So that's spiritual and physical. Fill his belly off the backs of everybody else. Continue.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him.
Consented with him. He wanted to be a part of it. Come on.
With it, and thou consentedest with him, and hast been partaker with adultery.
Adultery is other gods, idolatry, adultery. Idolatry is actually committing adultery with other gods. That's what adultery, in the spiritual sense. Now they took men, women, they took their wives, they ravaged them. To this day, check the files out. I'm just saying. Now drop that. No, continue. I'm sorry.
Verse 19, Psalms 50, verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil.
Well, how proud is the reigning president? Say, when is the war going to be over? The war's going to be over. It's going to be over. That's pride. That's pride. Read.
And thy tongue frameth deceit.
What it say in Psalms? Psalm 94 said, "Thou framest a law with a lie." This is saying he frames it. He put it together. Come on.
Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
Don't they speak against Jacob? Don't they speak against Jacob's children? Every day they do. All nations do. But who have the power to enforce it? Esau, the Edomites, the Romans, the Greeks. Up to this day. Come on.
Thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
That's deep. Let that marinate for a minute. Read it again.
Thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
They slander one slander they did with us back in the I think in the 30s or whatever, and back then when watermelon was a good crop for Israel. Watermelon was a good crop. They was making mad, crazy money with the watermelon. So you see the slander they did to us through film. All we do is watermelon. Watermelon was a good crop for us, and it paid well. So they tried to make us look bad for looking good and being economical. They did this to all the towns, Rosewood, any other town you can name, Tulsa. Go ahead, huh? Say it loud because you don't have a mic.
In light of what you just said, they also glorified and named bad food for you, soul food.
Right.
They made it a delicacy.
Right. They totally, like I said, they frame evil with their tongue, and not just their tongue. They knew, not the slaves now, more or less. Maybe the slaves through generations is how we got to the white Jesus, right? It just didn't happen overnight. So what they did, not just did they give us swine, they gave us the lowest form, the guts. Everybody smell that chitterlings. They give you chitterlings. They give us chitterlings, hog maws, chicken guts. Swine guts. They gave us ham. All of these things they gave us, knowing, okay, Big Ben, the water for everything. Also, they gave us swine, ham. And you eat ham, I'm not saying people don't eat ham often, but you eat ham on their pagan holidays, which is really H-O-L-I, really spells holy. Holly is H-O-L-L-Y. That's the magic stick that they do sorcery with. Come on, let's go. Verse 21, right?
Yeah. That book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 21. These things hast thou done.
You did this to the Most High's people. This is the Most High talking. Come on.
And I kept silent.
And he said, I didn't say nothing because my children needed correction. But it was supposed to be in measure. Zechariah 1:15 said, I was but a little displeased with my people. But you forwarded the affliction, Esau, Edomites, Shedemites, Kittimites, Edomites, Kittimites. That's the babies. The babies was terrible back in slavery times too. Shedemites were worse, but the Edomites had the power. Okay? And they acted on what their women said. Mosai said, I kept silent. I didn't say nothing. And you know what it says? Every time we hurt, the Most High felt it and he hurt too. Let's go.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Most High saying you thought that I was in agreement with you with this foolishness and this abominations that you did. Buck breaking. The word, I'll say this because I'm not using it in a bad sense, but the way we use it today. But the word motherfucker is actually a word that when Esau made you sleep with your mother, that's where the word really comes from. So it's a bad word, but we use it worse today. So, anybody said that to you? Yep. Well, I've never had any relationship with my mother that cuts that, because that's not what, we don't use it the way they used it. They actually made you lay down and sleep with your mother, your sister, cousin. They themselves had the dishonor of buck breaking us. None of us, to my knowledge, did that to another man, not in slavery. They breeded us. They had breeding farms. They had coca farms. They had tobacco farms, sugar farms. So, we were all over the place in these four corners that the Most High sent us. Continue.
Yeah, let me read the top one. Psalms 50, verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee.
He's going to pay them back. He's going to get them. He's going to straighten them out. Come on.
And set them in order.
And set them in order.
Before thine eyes.
That's he's talking about us now too. You understand? He said, I'm going to fix them. And guess what? We waking up now. We waking up now. Read that again. Read that last part again.
It said, and set them in order.
No, read the whole thing. But I will.
Oh yeah. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
He's going to show the world. That's what is it? Wisdom of Solomon 5. Let's go to that real quick. It's off this. Let's go to that real quick. Because everybody is going to, woo! All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High, the God of gods. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Get it when you pay attention now. Visualize this. Visualize this. Come on. I'm waiting. It's such an honor to be back here with you, brothers and sisters, tonight, all over the world. I did give salute. We just came out of Purim, Par-Yum. We had a beautiful time. I want to give a shout out to the sisters of HODC for that they looked out for the brothers on Purim. They gave us gifts, and I'm wearing mine now. All praises. Love it.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse
1.
Verse 1. I am come in my garden.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
Yeah. I saw something. Apocryphal, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
We are the righteous people of the Most High, not saying that we know that we are the chosen, but we are the elect. We are the elect. Israel is the elect. Now we're going to see who is going to survive what's coming next. Read it again from the top. That's just clarity.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
We're going to stand in great boldness, almost like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, but we're going to be standing for the word of the Most High and standing for our King, Hamashiach Yahushua, who y'all call Jesus. Let's go.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
All the nations around us have afflicted us, including and not limited to Esau, the so-called white man. Come on.
And made no account of his labor.
They ain't making no account. Esau knew Jacob's children were chosen. Now Esau's children, they don't want to accept the fact. That's why we've been going through so much. If they believe if they can get rid of all the Israelites on earth, abortion, drugs, white on black crime in the bloody streets, in the cemetery we walking around in, if they can get rid of all of us, they would be the only one left out of Isaac's children. What's the favorite word? Most High forbid. That's not going to never happen. Read.
Says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it.
When they see us either getting beamed up, or when they see us and they see the power of the Most High is upon us, Judah first, when they see the power, when they see the actual black man, even if he laying down lowly in the street, guess what? He's a prince of the Most High, laying down lowly in the street. He did something to the Most High for the Most High to give him a timeout, like he gave us a timeout for 400 years. When they see it, go ahead.
They shall be troubled.
They go, ooh, oh, they're rising up, and there's nothing we could do. Come on.
With terrible fear.
Terrible fear. You think they fear us now walking, when we walk down the street, more than 3 of us walking down the street? When they see Ezekiel 37, when they see that great exceeding army of righteous men and women, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
And shall be amazed.
They're gonna be amazed. Come on.
At the strangeness of his salvation.
They're gonna be amazed at the twinkling of an eye. Them ships, which are already out there, cloaked out. That's why I always say the Klingons was Israelites. The Klingons, they had beards. No one liked them in Star Trek. They hated the Klingons. And I think the Romulans are the Northern Kingdom. That's just me. I try to break things down. But the ships that they call UFOs are actually IFOs. They're identical flying objects. They're the chariots of the Most High. They know this stuff. Go ahead.
You ever heard the song, 2 things right quick. You ever heard the song, when those chariots come, we're going to be all right. But but when you said a few minutes ago, pertains to terrible fear, in Deuteronomy 20, verse 13, they said, see that they should be, when they see that thou called by my name, they shall be afraid of thee.
Yeah.
They're going to be afraid of
Isn't that what it said right there?
Yeah,
they got terrible fear.
Yeah, they're going to be afraid.
It's going to be righteous fear, though. Not the fear of, you got hood nigglets walking down the street with their pants hanging down. You got ladies with their tracks hanging and they tattooed up. Our people, red hair, yellow hair, green hair. They're afraid of them. But that's not righteous fear. This is the fear that they're going to fall into the hands of the Most High. And what the Hebrews said, it's a terrible thing to fall into the eyes of the hands of the terrible power. Read. They're going to be amazed. Oh my God. Oh, they were the ones. They are the children of God. Even other nations now, I don't know if it's AI, but I know it's coming out that you got other nations, heathens, goyim, because we're not the goyims, other people, other nations, they reporting now. Remember Moshe said, I love it. In the last days, I'm going to pour my spirit all over the earth. His spirit, he got the spirit using Satan working overtime. All these people flipping out, they coming out, showing you that they believe in Satan. They're showing you these things. These things are for our learning, it says, the scripture said. It's for our learning. He said, Revelation 18, come out from among her, my people, not everybody. Read.
In Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, we'll start again from verse 2.
Come on.
When they see it.
When they look at it, come on. When they look up and when they look at us, come on.
They shall be troubled.
They're going to be trouble. Oh, my God. Oh, they're coming. The walls is coming down. My empire is coming down. The Roman Empire will cease to exist. Come on.
With terrible fear.
Terrible fear.
They shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
They're going to be amazed at how them ships going to beam us up while they burning. You remember reference Terminator 2. Sarah Connor hanging on that gate. Y'all remember that? Sarah Connor hanging on the gate. You could answer with a con. Y'all remember that?
Con, yeah.
She was on the gate. Remember it said, with fervent heat, it's going to roll up like a curtain. That's that mushroom cloud. And then the fallout, what they call it? They don't call it the fallout. What they call it? The aftershock. You see how it just blew everything up and burned Miss Sarah Connor up? When they're going to be amazed. We or whoever the Most High pick for this, go up into the starships, chariots, as they burn. The last thing they're going to see is niggas going up in the clouds. Come on, let's go.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Now, you know, our grandmama, they used to sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home, Jordan, Jerusalem. So this remember, think about it. In your spirit, you know you was back there singing in them cotton fields, in the sugar fields, and in the tobacco. You was singing that. But, I'm going to let you go, Yashala. Give me 1 second. But, when you see it actually happening to you this time, it'll be so far beyond all that they look for. It's going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Way better. Even us in our right mind in the land of technology. You're going to say, remember it said eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard? Oh my goodness. So go ahead, Yashala.
So I just want to say, many years ago, as you probably know, George Clinton popularized that whole concept
Love it.
among the teenagers, which I was one of.
Love it. Me
We
too.
couldn't connect it to the Bible.
Not yet. Not
We
yet.
didn't have the knowledge.
All praises.
Right.
The mothership.
Right.
Yes. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to look even further because he did a song, not with Funkadelic, but he did a song with Parliament. We are children of production.
Right.
So my thing, I could be wrong. But my thing is when you seen on the album cover, it was a man laid down on a stretcher. And they tried to make him like Frankenstein, but I think it was Yahushua resurrecting Yahushua. That's me. That's just me. But if you look at the album cover and if you listen to the words, it sounds like you're talking about a people. And I think that people was Israelites. Because they knew, but see, the beautiful thing about them is that they used the media, song, humor, to teach us. To teach us. That's what Melvin Van Peebles did with Sweet Sweetback, Badass Song. If you look at it, he had white critics, Edomite, Shedemite critics in the audience. He knew what he was doing because he gave them step and fetch it type stuff for the first 45 minutes. That's just another nigga movie. So when they left, that's when the message came. That's what Funkadelic did, okay? Earth, Wind, and Fire did it too, but they did it from an Egyptology standpoint. They were into like Wayo, that was another Egyptian god, might have been a lesser deity, but they were straight hardcore Egyptologists. Anyway, continue, I'm sorry.
Good. This is Solomon chapter 5.
Read two again. Cause I'll let it read through. I get excited. Cause let the stuff be popping.
Wisdom of Psalm chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Bernie Mac, trouble. Let's go.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
They're not going to believe it was us, not them. Continue.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
Come on.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves.
Let's break that down. They trust and believe in that black God. Now they repent. Look what we did to the Most High's people. See what we did to them. What is he gonna do to us? Because remember, they read the Bible. Don't never touch the apple of my eye. All this stuff is gonna come back. Woo! All the alarm bells. Oh man. What Bumpy said? It's curtains. It's curtains. The gig is up. Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, America is over. This is over. This is when the bombs and the missiles and the Most High's meteors or whatever the Most High want to bring. This is when that's going to come while we going up or whoever the Most High chooses. I just say we because I'm talking as a nation now, not being, I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was going to say the song, This Is It.
Okay, you can
Make
do
no
that.
mistakes where you are.
Yeah, Kenny Loggins, yes. Make no mistake where you are. You're going what? You're what?
You're going no farther.
Your empire's going no further. This is it. Read.
You should read right here. I'm gonna start from the top again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2.
We'll never get out of that chapter. I mean that verse. Come on. But the more you repeat it, the more things, even in the listeners, the more they'll pick up to understand how diabolical this man was. I just posted something the other day. Alligator bait on 14th Street A train. A brass statue of a crocodile alligator with a baby halfway in his mouth. All of these abominations, buck breaking, abortions, drugs, crack, cocaine, all of that stuff, they're gonna remember what they did to us. So that's why verse 3 is good. But go ahead, continue.
From Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves.
You know how bad that is? I don't mean to cut you off, but you know how bad that is? They repent, they fear, and they be amazed. You know why? Another reason, like I said, you keep reading that scripture, something else gonna come up. You're gonna say, where your God at now? Where's your God at now? He loved you. Your God, what's up with your God? He got us doing this undertaking, and he's blessing it. Remember in Psalms it said, it just said, and y'all think, because I'm silent, that I agree with you. All of this stuff is gonna come. Son, come on, let's go. Do 3 again, do it from top.
And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
shall say within themselves, this was he.
It was them. It was those Negroes. It was those coconuts. It was those Spics. It was those Haitians. It was the Mexicans. It was them. Come on.
Whom we had sometimes in derision.
So sometimes we had locked down in the jails, under the jails. We had them in the cotton fields, in the tobacco fields. We had them in Tuskegee during the syphilis trials. Remember Tuskegee? They was given placebo medicine, which is not medicine. Placebo means fake. You had syphilis. They gave you syphilis. And the white folks that had syphilis, they gave them the cure. And they gave us placebos so they could see how long it would take for us to get destroyed. In the 70s, they was giving our parents, the women, hysterectomies so they couldn't have no more children. They opened up Planned Parenthood, choices to murder our babies. You know, to the date, it's close to 14 million babies from 1974. Almost 13 million, more than 13 million of our babies have been aborted. That's a country. That's a small country. We got about 13 million now, more or less or more. Imagine that, 26 million people of us in America. They didn't understand it. And Hillary Clinton said she looked up to Margaret Sanger. That's one of her heroes. Read.
Derision and a proverb of reproach.
Niggas, coconuts, spics. That's a proverb. Come on. Bums, shiftless. But we the real princes and princesses of the power. That's what Yasha Allah means. That's who we really are. We're not Israel. We're Yasha Allah. He prince of power with the most high God of gods. They can't say that. They say they're Israelis. Modern day contemporary Jew. We're the throwbacks, if you know what a throwback is. Come on, let's go.
We fools accounted his life madness.
We fools, them calling themselves fools now. We counting him as foolishness because they see us digging in garbage cans. They see us robbing each other. They see us in this graveyard around us, cemetery, bloody streets. They call us fools as we kill each other with guns and drugs that they give us to kill each other and give to our people. Come on. Let's go.
And his end to and his end to be without honor.
Didn't think we was going to have honor. What the scripture said, we getting raised up. The 10 of Judah, the tents of Judah is going to raise up first. And then the other 11 tribes, they're going to raise up, and we're going to be what? A great, exceeding army before the world and before the Most High. The governors of the new world. After this system is over. This age is going to be over at that point. This age is done. Come on.
How is he numbered among the children of the Most High power?
How are we numbered? We're numbered as saints according to the Most High. The saints, not them foolish Edomite, pedophile, sodomite individuals that say saint this, saint that. No, there's only one group of people that's saints. The Israelites, only. The prince of the power of the Most High and the world. The emissary, the true ambassadors. Come on, let's go.
And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of the truth.
They messed up with the truth. They preaching lies. We niggas. They're blacks. We Negroes. And what you call it, sung a song, we black and we proud. James Brown. We're not black. And a lot of us are, all of us are indigenous people here. So when Jesse Jackson called us Negroes, it took us straight out of the reparations. So, and now fighting for that, if you're not in this word, a lot of times they'll turn you around, make you go up and down, and then they'll kill you before they give it to you. And they know who we are. Come on.
Read the top again of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High power, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth.
They erred from truth. They erred from truth because through generations they were taught lies. What is that? Jeremiah 16:19. Our fathers have inherited lies. Let's go.
And the light of righteousness have not shined unto us.
The light of righteousness, that's why they are murderers and they are vagabonds and they're fugitives. Cain ran from his punishment. Esau is running as his father did. Come on.
And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
The Son of Righteousness, which is the sky, the sun in the sky, they have not been lit with wisdom, and Yahweh Shai don't have no rap for them. Let's go. Go ahead.
Read in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
And that's how I'm gonna say, okay, you could put that with Esau, but that's us. That was prophet. That was Solomon. Solomon was talking about his own nation, but that goes for everybody. But if we go out of the way, we're going to be consumed outside by the cemetery and the graveyard. Outside, we're a light in the darkness. If you have a lantern or a big wide beam, like this wide, the beam this wide of a flashlight, that's us in the cemetery or the darkness, even in the daytime. Guess what? You see more darkness, deeds in the daytime than at night. It's just a little more scary at night because, you can't really focus at night. But in the daytime, you could see somebody getting robbed, the old lady getting raped, children getting pulled, snatched, grabbed at. We can see that in the daytime. We are that light in the cemetery. Let's say we'll call it what it is. We are that light in the graveyard, right? We in the graveyard walking every day. In the graveyard. The bloody streets all over the world. Come on.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 7. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness.
They got tired of their wickedness. They're not saying tired, they mean that they toiled a lot in their wickedness, picking on other countries, dropping bombs and thinking it's cool. Oh, you're gonna listen to us or else. That's the Roman Empire with an iron fist, even from back in the 3rd century BCE. Come on.
And destruction.
And that's it, right? They talking about, oh, I'm destroying Iran. I'm blowing them up, and I'm gonna blow them up, and I'm gonna blow some more. And I'm not gonna stop until I say I'm gonna stop. He got the best one with him, Netanyahu. He's a demon personified. Now, all of these nations, I'm not taking up for Iran, because all of these things gotta happen. Because, like I said before, these are the wars of the Most High God. Man can't do nothing. Man devises his way. The Most High instructs your step. The Most High got you pushing that button through Satan, but he still got you pushing that button. He got that demon in your ear. Push it now. Send 1,000. Send 2,000. But go ahead.
We have gone through deserts where there lay no way.
They're going through deserts where there wasn't nothing out there. And that's the desert. They went through Iraq. They went through Iraq with Saddam Hussein. They went through they went through deserts all over the world. They went through the deserts of America to take down the Native Americans. That was desert. That was desert. I mean, besides, the Indians lived off of the land. They had tents. They didn't have skyscrapers. Come on.
But as for the way of the Lord our one, we have not known it.
They've not known the laws. And when he said they have not known it, that don't mean they didn't have an idea of who their brother was. They did not know it, meaning they did not want to know it. They refused to be righteous. From Cain. Come on.
I'm going to say pertaining to, because see how what you just said, right? The Most High Spirit is already in us. But the thing is this. When he breathed the breath of life from man's nostrils, that's how we got our bodies. So when you walk, you got your feet. The steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord.
Right.
And then it says in Jeremiah 10:23, a man is not in himself, but he created us to be a holy people unto himself.
Yeah, but Esau got the spirit of the Most High in him, just operating from the left-hand side.
No doubt.
Because remember, Satan has no beef with the Most High. Satan is the emissary of lust and temptation. That's what he is. He's the emissary. That's what he is. And his connections are going to be dried up. Esau is the personification of the spiritual entity, Satan, and all his boys. Just like we are supposed to be and was elected to be the personification of all righteousness. Now we get wicked men too, and some Edomites are not bad, not as bad as these. It goes both ways. All Israelites are not good. So all Edomites are not wicked, but somebody in their family is. Continue.
Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 8.
Let's clear this up real quick. And I'm not saying they could be saved. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant. I mean, you can see it. All of them, some of them are pleasant. Put it that way. That's what I'm saying. Just the same way some of us are wicked as hell. The Boulets like. The Greeks of us that are Israelites, that are not Trojans and that are not Spartans, if you understand what I'm saying. Johnny on the street, he's going to college. He pledged. He's a Greek. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Who have pride profited us?
So what has pride profited them? To be proud. They still die in the end. Come on.
Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us?
So you say, what good is riches in us showing it off? What good has it brought us? Because no matter what, unless you have a legacy going, When you die, your money, especially us, when we die, anything we accomplish if we don't have it taken care of, it goes to the state. That's how they get gazillion dollars off of us. We make this world live, man. Come on.
All those things are passed away like a shadow.
See, it's saying when that deliverance come, all of the billionaires are going to melt with their pieces of silver. All of it's going to go away because you reading the scriptures, the earth is going to melt. The elements of the earth is going to melt. So everything's going to go back to the beginning. Come on.
And as a post that had hasted by,
Come on.
and as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found.
So it's letting you know there ain't going to be no trace of Esau. He's telling you that. He's telling you his future. Like a boat pass, you see the wide wave, they fly, all they're doing this. All of a sudden they're doing this. They're doing this. And it's done. You never knew a boat crossed. You never knew there was a boat. You would never know there was an Edomite. According to the Most High and according to how the Most High will it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they're going to be there in that 1,000 years. They're going to be there. They're going to be laboring and being taught to do the right thing. And it's going to take 1,000 years for all these nations to come under rule with Yahushua. Just drop that. Y'all got to read that. It goes up to 23. But we finished with that. Let's go back to Joel 3 and 5.
You know, but Joel. You know, the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Wait a minute. Quick question. No, quick statement. Who made the earth?
Most High.
And when he made the earth, what was in it?
Silver and gold.
I just wanted to break it down. It belonged to the Most High. So whose inheritance is the silver and gold?
Ours.
They say it again?
Ours.
Okay. So if we are children of the living power, who does the silver and gold belong to?
Children.
So if it belongs to your father,
Belongs to your son.
and if you inherited stuff from your father, now read that again with understanding. See why the Most High said that.
We are in the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
That was first. It started with who? Started with Nebuchadnezzar first. He took his golden plates, forks, cups, and he put it to his place. So guess what? The Persians did it. The Persians took it. After the Persians took it, the Greeks took it. After the Greeks took it, the Romans took it, and they took Israel. Every last one of those nations took the Most High jewels, which is the Israelites, and they took the gold and the silver. And they took it into their place. And where is it now? It's under Roman rule. Where? In England. Queen Elizabeth was sitting on the throne. She had the rock of Jacob, the rock that Jacob laid his head on when he got the dream about the ladder, Jacob's ladder. She got that rock under her throne in England. That's what don't get me wrong. Rome has a lot. Rome has a lot worldwide, right? But even if you talk about England and America, and Spain, and Italy, and France, that's still Rome. That's still Rome. The Edomites are Rome. Rome is Edom. Continue.
Verse 6. Joel 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So we were sold to the Greeks. And that's through slavery. Showing you how we were sold. I want to, you drop that, forget about that. Let's go to 9 now. Because this is what's got to happen. And this is what's starting to happen now. And all of this is for our sakes. All of this rumors of war is for our sake. The salvation of Israel, right? Salvation of Yasha'Allah, the Prince of Power with the Most High. Read.
We're in the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Now, isn't Esau a Gentile and a heathen? Now, but the Most High is telling all of the nations this. And this is the battle of Armageddon. And this is what we're getting ready to get in. We're leading up to the battle of Armageddon right now. Come on. Read it again from the top.
Prepare war.
Prepare what?
Prepare war.
Wartime. Let's go.
Wake up the mighty men.
The mighty men are out there. Come on.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Mosai said, let them come up. Drop that. Go to Ezekiel 35 and 10. So this conflict in Iran got like 6 nations involved, 7 nations involved. This is the building blocks of Armageddon, that final battle, Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Decision. This is where the Most High is going to decide sheep from the goats. Come on.
Out of Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 10. No, you said
I said 35 and 10.
110, okay. Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 10. Because thou hast said, these 2 nations and these 2 countries shall be mine, and will possess it, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord Most High was there.
So what they're saying, you know what the 2 countries are? This is Esau talking. You know what the 2 countries are? The 2 countries are Israel and America. Now read it again with understanding that you know. Those are the 2 countries. And this is what Amalek said. Because Amalek owns America. Come on.
Ezekiel 35, verse 10. Because thou hast said, these 2 nations and these 2 countries shall be mine.
So what they're saying is America, because you know America, who America belonged to, the indigenous people, the northern kingdom, and Israel belonged to the southern kingdom. So what he said, because thou hast said these 2 nations and these 2 countries, because remember, what you call is a separate nation right now, was a separate nation at that time, the northern kingdom. That's why you always said Israel and Judah, 2 separate nations, but the same people. You know, as far as on the whole, when the Most High split them, they became separate entities. Still his people, but operating under 2 different governments, as you saw. But anyway, and these 2 countries, Israel and America. Israel, because of the Balfour Covenant, 1917, they got in there and been there 78 years. Been there since 1948. That's 70 years. And something like that, right? 48, whatever it is. They've been there like 78 years, something like that. So that's what they're talking about here. Continue.
And we will possess it, whereas the Lord Most High was there.
So we're going to possess it like if the Most High was with us in our, our whatever we're doing. Okay, drop that. Let's go. Revelation 12 and 12. This should be interesting.
Chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens.
This is spiritual world now. It's twofold. Twofold. Come on.
And ye that dwell therein. Excuse me, and thee that dwell in them.
All the angels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and who's Gabriel, and all the other hosts of angels. Come on.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
It said, woe to everybody down here, because this is before creation, or around, this is when Satan got thrown out. We're talking about way back when. Satan always was down here in our existence from day one, when the earth came out the water and it was able to stand with the creation. Satan was here. He was in the Garden of Eden, right? He was that serpent, that devil. Come on.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you.
The deceiver, the liar, come on.
The devil has come down unto you having great wrath.
He's angry because of Adam. He thought he was supposed to run the earth. He thought the earth belonged to him. The Most High said, no, you got to bow down to Adam too. As long as Adam do the right thing, come on.
Because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
You know he got a short time. Now that short time, go back to Daniel's 3.5 years to run amok in the earth. That's what, 30, is that 30, what is that? 36 months? No, 3.5, 12, and that's 24, 12, and 6. 3.5 years, 30 months. That's what that is. Go ahead.
Read out the book of Psalms, chapter 24, verse 1. The earth is the Lord Most High's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein.
Yeah, everything belongs to the earth. Everything in the earth belongs to the Most High. What it is? Proverbs 16, 17, and 4. The Most High have made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. But continue. You read to 16. Come on.
Yeah. Revelation chapter 12, verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman.
Wait a minute. Let's see.
Which brought forth.
Wait a minute. The woman is the land of Israel, right? That's the woman. He persecuted the woman. You got homosexual, LGBTQ, the biggest on earth in Israel. That's the woman. The land is the woman, right? Come on.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth,
when he got thrown out,
he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
The woman is Israel, right? And the man-child is Hamashiach Yahushua. Come on. I think we went over some of this in, I think it was Ricard's class a couple of weeks ago. I think it was, come on.
And the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time.
Now you could bring it up to date, right? Because most of the Bible is twofold, maybe threefold. So now you bring this up to date. Esau is coming down. He's going back and forth with Israel. Israel seemed to be extorting America. So they're going to go back and forth. And then all of a sudden, bing, they're going to remember the real problem is the new rulers of the world. Then you run into the wilderness. After Wisdom of Solomon 5, they're going to see the salvation, because you got to get lifted up to get out. Unless some people getting them passports ready now. But see, it said the great wings is those chariots. Come on.
So from the top again, Revelation 12, verse 14. And And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness,
That's our only way out of here. Otherwise, you're going to burn. Come on.
into her place, where she is nourished for a time.
We're fed. We're keeping the laws, and the Most High is pleading, or when I say pleading with our people, he's killing the ones that come there other than this law. Islam, Christianity, Roman Catholic, Buddhists, all of them are going to be destroyed. Come on.
And times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent.
Time and a half a time. That's 12. It's 3.5 years, okay? 3.5 years, 3.5 years, 12, 36, 40, like 42 months. 12, and a half of 12, right? 42 months. Come on.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Those water were lies. They were lies. Telling lies. We're not the real people of the Bible. We're shiftless. Telling lies about us. Come on.
And he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
That everybody, he caused the lies that people might disbelieve us. Like when we even when we in the street, in their mind, they're being flooded with nonsense. Oh, you don't gotta believe in God. God is not black. Christ is white. You know, all this stuff. These are floods. These are lies on us. Earth is 10 million years old. Men live with dinosaurs. All these are lies. Come on.
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth.
The earth opened her mouth with archaeology, artifacts. You know about the chariots at the bottom of the Dead Sea, the Red Sea, the Egyptian chariots. That's how the earth opened her mouth, and they told the truth. Now you even got physical people of other nations telling you that the Israelites are black, the true Israelites are black, that these people are Ottoman, Khazarian, Ottoman Turks. These came into our defense. Seeing pictures showing you Shakespeare's black, King James is black, Beethoven is black. All of these, they're showing you all these things. They're showing you now all the inventions that we made, because Jacob is the former of all things. We made all things, but we couldn't get the credit for it because we were slaves. Go ahead.
I was saying, Tammy said about King James, and you know what they're saying about him. I forgot how I would put that, but anyhow, they're saying that he was homosexual.
Yeah, that's not true.
You know, yeah, they're going.
It was a white man that was in his court that he expelled out of his court. I think his name was William, whatever his name was. I think it was William something.
Right.
He was a white. He told them that after King James and his son, who they called the Black Boy King, King Charles I. If he would have said that when King Charles I was alive, King Charles would have beheaded him. He waited until they beheaded King James, and Oliver Cromwell did that. Go ahead.
It said, and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out his mouth.
This truth swallowed up the lies. Drop that. Let's go. Wisdom of Solomon 14:8. All these things were perpetuated by the so-called white man, which is actually really the red man, which is actually really the Edomites. I don't know how people can't understand, like you said last week, it don't matter where you come from. Your nation. You could be a black man born in Japan. You're still an Israelite. So it doesn't matter because he came from Chittim. No, they slayed the rulers of Chittim, and they overtook it. How many provinces did Xerxes have? He had 127 provinces. He didn't come from all of them, but he ran them. Come on.
Oh, you said Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 8, right?
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it, as he that made it. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it, as he made it.
So he said, you know, in Esau or the Romans, you see, the Colosseum back in the day, all of these monuments of pride, they say, and the statues made by hands is cursed. So is the person or persons that made it. So even the ones, like if you go to Romans 1 and 32, right? Even they're knowing that this is worthy of death, and even the people that, like they say, like that don't that don't talk about it and rebuke it, they're gonna die too. So everybody doing all that crossing your heart stuff, bowing down to these idols in the Catholic Church, and Christmas trees are God, and Thanksgiving is cannibalistic because they used real Indians when they ate. That was the turkey. They used real Indians, and jumping behind the Easter bunny with Easter eggs, and the bunny and the rabbit is a mammal, so they don't lay eggs. All of these are cursed things, and they're gonna die if they don't repent. I'm talking our people. They're getting ready for Easter now, coming up. Thanks, I think of Lucretia. That's the pagan holiday for Valentine's Day. All of them just came off of that. All of them that believing that they're gonna die if they don't repent. Go ahead.
You know, every year, saying Easter, they also say they have Easter, they also have Passover too. Yeah, they say both.
The Greek Passover is Easter.
Well, yeah, I know, yeah, the Greek, yeah.
It's the worshiping of the god Ishtar. Okay? The jelly beans worship. The jelly beans portrays a fertile woman or rabbit. And they use a rabbit because a rabbit is one of the most fertile animals. That's why they use a rabbit. Go ahead. I think you can continue, right? No. Yeah, continue verse 8.
Yeah, verse 8 again. You know, chapter Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it, as he that made it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. He, because he made it, and it, because being corruptible, it was called God.
See, the person is cursed because he made it. But not only because he made it. Most of the Roman and Greek statues are gods to them. So the scripture comes straight out, right? Yeah. Tell you about that. Go to Genesis 4 and 7.
In the book of Genesis.
So is there any doubt? Is there any doubt that the white man is the Edomite? Is there any doubt to that? Is there any doubt that he is the Roman Empire? Is there any doubt that Trump is a Roman? All Edomites are Romans? Remember, they came from two brothers, right? What was their name? It'll come to me. Romulus and Remus. They were two brothers. And I think was one of them, Remus is the one that stayed as a Greek. Romulus is the one that rode to the 5 hills of Rome. They're two people, they Greeks and Romans. That's why I said Greek and Roman, because they're still the same person. Not the same person, but the same family line. Come on, 4 and 7, Genesis.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted.
So this goes to Esau, right? If Esau followed Lord's statutes and commandments the right way, the Most High won't kill him. I mean, he's not going to get the kingdom. He's not going to get the salvation and the riches, because he's in his riches right now. So who is he talking to here? He's talking to Cain. So Cain is the progenitor of Esau. Because Cain came from black parents. So why couldn't Esau come from black parents? Isaac and Rebekah, right? Come on, let's go.
And if thou doest not well,
And if you don't do good like you're doing now,
sin lieth at the door,
Satan is right there waiting on you. Come on.
and unto thee shall be his desire.
And unto Satan, and unto you, Esau, Cain, Esau, Satan to have his way with you. Isn't that what's happening now? Satan is whispering in his ear, and he does not turn away from Satan. He does Satan's bidding, because this is what he was created for. Cain was created to kill Abel. I just want you to know that from the foundation of the earth. Come on. No, stop. Revelation, in the Proverbs 4:16.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
You heard that? You heard that? They up all night. They probably drink coffee. No, they don't drink coffee. I forgot. They're the biggest drug addicts out. That's how they know how to drug us. Remember in the World War I, they was doing morphine. They was doing all these things. They do Percocet. They do, what's the other one that they do with the parties and the parties? Ecstasy. That's two high-powered drugs mixed, cocaine and heroin. I believe it's heroin. They do what? Do what they do? They can't go to sleep. It's another one in Malachi that says it. They can't go to sleep. Read. Go read it from the top.
Yep. For they sleep not.
They can't sleep. Come on. Come on.
Except they have done mischief.
Unless they've done something wrong. You know what you call it sleeping like a baby right now? Teflon. Netanyahu. He's an Edomite too. Fake Khazar. Fake Jew. Triple Fs. They can't sleep unless they're shooting off bombs. Now they snoring right now. Come on.
And their sleep is taken away.
The Most High going to take their sleep away. Remember that terrible fear? J. Edgar Hoover probably had nightmares until he knocked off Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Probably had nightmares because they don't like to see too many brothers with a sharp, keen mind get together. Why? Because we rule the world. In righteousness, though. That's the only thing right now we falling short, because their so-called leaders are not righteous. Malcolm X said, you never seen a white man, trumpet player or movie star be a hero or be a spokesperson for the so-called white nation. So how could, or a leader, so why would a trumpet player and an actress in the black community, we go behind them because they giving them money and they living much better off than us. That's why the idea, oh yeah, that's our leader, but they're all liars. Jesse Jackson was a liar. Al Sharpton was a liar and a con man and a snitch, all of that. But he's our leader.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to say, remember now, how can you be a leader if you separating the people? You ain't telling them the truth.
Well,
But no,
in their mind, he's a leader.
right. But then they got to say this is dead behind the camera, the public side, right?
The Most High is giving them a delusion and they believe it. That's what that is. You finished with that?
Did I finish? Did I finish off it? I can finish.
Read it again.
Top
Read it again.
Yeah. Proverbs 4 verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
You heard what they said? That's saying, they can't sleep. They can't sleep unless they do something terrible, or taking people off the chessboard. Can't sleep in the bed. We're gonna do them blacks. We're gonna do them blacks. they're not slaves no more. We're going to do Jim Crow. They're not slaves no more. We're not going to let them ride the front of the bus. They're not slaves no more. We're not going to let them drink from the same water fountain. This was ideas thought up, right? They couldn't sleep until they could do something to hurt the Most High, or what the Benjamites say, until they vex the Most High's people. Drop that, go to Psalms 34. The scripture said, the earth is given into the wicked, that covereth the faces thereof. If it's not him, then who else is it? If it's not him, then who? Come on.
Start from the top.
So I want to tell you to. 34 and 4. 36 and 4.
Psalm 36 and 4. We're in the book of Psalms, chapter 36, verse 4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed.
Same thing. He divided mischief upon his bed. He lays down. He gets, just like we do, on the righteous side, we get visions. Satan sends him visions upon his bed. Abortion clinics didn't pop in them. They didn't think of that on their own. Satan popped that in their brain. Come on.
He set it himself in a way that is not good.
He sets himself in a way that's not good. And this America president, he can't be reasoned with. It's his way or no way. Told you, he's really right now. He's a sitting king. He's a king of America. Apparently, they must not know it yet. Let's go. You said you finished that?
No, not yet. No, it's good. He abhorreth not evil.
He hates not evil. So that means, no, he abhorreth not evil means he hate anything that's not evil. So what is Psalms, what is it? Psalms 5 and 20 say, right?
Yeah.
He makes evil good and good evil.
Isaiah 5:20.
Yeah, Isaiah. He makes good evil and evil good. Yeah. That's what that's talking about. Go ahead.
It says, thy mercy, O Lord Most High, is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reaching unto the clouds.
Okay, you could drop that. Isaiah 11 and 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse.
That's Yahushua, Christ, the King, who y'all call Jesus. Come on.
And a branch shall grow out of his roots.
A branch shall grow out of his roots. Come on.
And the Spirit of the Lord Most High shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord Most High.
So that's what's going to come, and that's what he's going to teach us even more. We are going to have the fear. We talk about it a little something now. You know, we fear. Yahushua is going to bring all of these things. That's why no school have 100% truth. We all have pieces of the puzzle. Yahushua is the gorilla glue to bring it all together. Drop that, Mark 8:21 to 25.
The book of Mark, chapter 8,
21.
verse 21. Mark 8, verse 21. And he said unto them, how is it that ye do not understand? And he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him.
So he's saying that you don't understand, telling his people that you don't understand my message and what I'm here for. Come on. And he went, now where did he go? He went where? Let's see.
And besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught.
So the man was blind. He did what he did, and he asked the man, "Did he see anything?" Come on.
And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking.
So
I-
this is another parable to show you that in the beginning, in the garden, and around the garden, the people were considered trees. They were really tall. So this is what he's showing you. Go ahead.
After that, he put his hands again upon his eyes and made him look up. And he was restored and saw every man clearly.
So now he's seeing more clear. But what I'm trying to say is this is showing you that the analogy and the comparison of people being as trees, like in the beginning of Genesis, like in Isaiah, and I think it's Ezekiel. Ezekiel talks about it. Go ahead.
And he sent him away to his house, saying, Neither go into the town, nor tell it to any in the town.
So he told them, keep this between us. You drop that, go to Genesis 2 and 8.
In the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 8. And the Lord Most High Power planted a garden eastward in Eden. And there he put the man whom he had formed.
So this is Adam. He put him in the east of the garden. Come on.
And out of the ground made the Lord Most High omnipotent power to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight.
So this is vegetation right now. Talk about vegetation. Because a tree, bears fruit. We are actual trees. We are trees because if we plant our seed in the ground, we get fruit. Same difference. If we have good trees, if we have good fruits, or if you're a good tree, you should bear good fruit. But some of us are maybe good trees. Some of our seeds or fruit might be sour. Same difference. We are plants, and the woman is the earth. Our seed goes in the earth, and just like other plants, it gestates, and then it comes out. Read that again from the top.
Reading from the top of Genesis chapter 2, verse 8. And the Lord Most High planted a garden eastward in Eden, and they put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord Most High power to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight.
So he drew every tree that's pleasant to the sight. Trees look good, apple, oranges, mangoes, pineapples, anything that was good to the sight.
And good for food.
And good for food. Is that it on that? That's 8?
I'm finishing here.
Come on.
The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Those two trees, the Most High didn't want them to mess with. Why? Because, think about it. Adam and Eve had sinned against the Most High. Now, they ate the tree of good and evil. Now they know good and evil. They shouldn't have did. It would have took them 1,000 years to know, right? Adam didn't last one day. Remember, 1,000 years is one day to the Most High. Adam didn't last that long because he messed up. If he would have got to that, the reason why they had to get chased out right now, but if they'd have went to the tree of life, they would have lived forever and would have been knowing sin, knowing good and evil at that time. Most High couldn't have that because it'd be just like the Most High. So the Most High, that's why all this had to happen from the beginning. It's like you tell your child, don't touch that stove. It's going to burn you if you touch that stove. So you put that thought in their head. Satan's even messing with the little ones. They don't want to touch that. So they might not touch it that day. But one time when they think you're not paying attention, they'll learn a lesson. So lesson learned, you will surely die. Satan didn't tell Eve that he didn't tell her that a day to the Most High is like 1,000 years. So it's short. So if she died at 999, guess what? She still died, right? Adam, 930 years. Still died in less than the year. The year to the Most High. I mean, the day to the Most High. Come on, finish up.
Yeah. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 10. And a river went out of
No,
Eden.
I don't want that. Okay, drop that. Let's go to Genesis 3 and 6.
In the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof.
So
and
that
did
fruit was knowledge. It wasn't an apple, it wasn't a cherry, it was not a fruit that comes from a fruit-bearing tree. Now think about it. When you read a book and you have understanding, you ate the book. The book went into your stomach. It still went in here. You read it. Was it a good book, bad book? You ate that book. Now the book is in you. It's in your mind. That's the fruit. It was nothing edible. It was knowledge of good and evil, the fruit. Come on, it was knowledge.
And pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
She took the lesson and the knowledge, and she read it, and she learned it. She learned it. That's how she ate it. If you learn something, you ate it. Because you could read it, and it could go in one ear and out another. But if you understand it, you ate it. And that's what she did. Come on.
She took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
She learned it.
And gave also unto her husband with her and did eat.
She taught Adam. She taught Adam that wickedness. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. Now, any questions? Yeah.
Not a question, but I'm gonna make a statement pertaining to,
So that's not a question then.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was gonna mistake.
Go ahead.
Now I'm saying, you know that when they say when it goes in one ear and out the other, you think about even with Adam and Eve, I was reading, that once something was said, you heard it, right? Now when it goes in one ear and out the other, that's saying you didn't follow what was said.
Yeah, like you said,
That's showing.
said the difference being is if you heard me, that means you heard it. But if you listened to what I said, then you eat it. You hear something. We hear car horns outside. I don't know what model that car is outside right now. We heard it. But if we listen to, like back in the day, ooga, ooga, certain brands of cars made that sound. So that's, in a relative roundabout way. But that's my class for tonight. My name is Karata Salabra'im, and I represent the Brooklyn Gate of HODC. I represent the Brooklyn Gate of Hamashara Yasha'Allah. We're at 191 Howard Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. And we come together on Friday, which is the Sabbath, the beginning of the Sabbath, 7 p.m. And we continue on Saturday afternoon, 12 p.m. Come visit us. Come pray with us. Come learn the realness of the scriptures. And with that, I say shalom. All praises to the Most High. Asha Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.